What are your thoughts about his ideas around freedom?
Death.
And peace,
Death.
and how in today's times there's so
Death.
much talk about that. And that's one of the things that I feel has shifted the most in me after me digesting some of his words and his music, that's a pursuit that seems futile. Freedom.
Mm-hmm. Death.
Peace.
Death. He came up at a time where both of those words, peace and freedom, right? We're talking the 60s into the 70s, were being celebrated as self-evident values. Peace and freedom. And both of those are death words to Sun Ra. You know, peace is, you want peace. Cemetery is peaceful. Dead. Death is peaceful. Nothing going on. There's no dynamic. There's no change. There's your peace. Freedom? Freedom is like the first part of the answer to a two-part trick question. Because the freedom you want is the freedom to embrace disciplines that are good for you and good for the planetary system that you find yourself within. I want freedom to be a person that isn't a bigot, that isn't a patriarch, that isn't greedy. I want freedom to be the best me I can be. And I don't expect that to be about running everything. I expect it to be about like a certain kind of harmony. And this society provides all sorts of freedoms to consume and to amass, but freedoms to enter into these disciplines, they don't want you to be good. They want you to be kind of, the only economy that's growing is the war economy and the vice economy. Mm-hmm. And somebody told me that as a commodity, cannabis has collapsed. It's like Bitcoin now. You got a closet full of cannabis, great, good for you, good for you. It's not worth anything anymore. So it's like freedom, that's not it. It's about disciplines. It's about this altered destiny. I put a lot of emphasis on that term. Sometimes he referred to it as your vice future. I've heard him use it in the past tense, your altered destiny. Sun Ra had an idea that we were doomed, planetarily doomed. Our way of life was in fact a way of death. And the only door out of this predicament, should we choose to go through it, is altered destiny. And altered destiny is not, in Sun Ra's way of relaying it to us, something that you can sum up with a prescription of like social policies and platforms. It's not that. It's not a revolution like a Marxist revolution or a Black Power revolution or a feminist revolution or this revolution or that revolution would be. It's more like allowing us to evolve into a nature that we have not visited, certainly recently and maybe ever. We don't know. I mean, some of this stuff is cyclical and the front end of the cycle has been obscured from view. We don't know our earliest history. It's a little murky back there.
Agreed.
So I love the enthusiasm. See, my job is just to get people, I'm almost like a drug dealer, because my idea is to get somebody intrigued about what this could feel like, that they take a bite. And what I'm asking you to take a bite of is the notion that this era of precarity, late capitalist, dying empire, post-truth, this era is none other than the precursor, the birth pains for an opportunity to live in a way that is a lot like coming out of an ice age. Coming out of just this like, whoa, I had no idea there was so much arable land underneath all those glaciers. I had no idea there was so much calm and non-war and brotherhood and sisterhood and all that just underneath the ice. So kind of what I would encourage people to do, and try it a little bit at a time, start chewing away at the ice. Start turning the temperature up. You're there. So I'm talking to somebody that's working, doing their work. But everybody needs to get on board.